Start. Welcome, everybody. We've got our second semifinal matchup here for you. This is going to be a real fun one. It's going to be Xanxus and Esper going head-to-head. Old scrim partners in the last 1v1. Going to be taking each other on here in the semifinals, both of them with pretty strong showing so far. I'm going to have here with me as a co-caster today the mad scientist of Phantom Dust himself, Sandal Inc.
Hello, hello.
So give me some of your initial thoughts on this matchup, Sandal. Are you excited to see this one?
Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting one. Like you said, they've scrimmed each other in the past, and Xanxus ended up placing #2 in the last tournament. And I know Esper's a big fan of the one-on-one play, so I think we're
Xanxus
going to see
actually
some
was not a
high-level play.
finalist. He was not a finalist in the last tournament. He went out in quarters.
Oh, right. I'm thinking of the previous one with Reborn Guinan.
Yes, I was the other finalist for that tournament.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yes. But a very, very fun matchup to watch in the quarterfinals when he played Guinan. It felt like the finals.
Yeah.
It was very, very good. We see Esper already on the offense here. Let me turn our game volume back on. Looking to get some of those flame sword tricks down early. Xanxus is doing his best to stay away, and he's got a fortress in hand now. Next time he tries to do that, I think he caught it. Did you see if he caught that? Nope. Just
Bregan,
barely did not.
what time are you at? I'm sorry, I seem to be out of sync with you.
I'm at a minute 53, 4, 5. Minute 59, 2 minutes, 201, 202, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Okay, we do see them continuing this little dance. He managed to get his heat off. Still trying to get these flame swords onto Xanxus. Xanxus now has himself an attack, and as soon as Esper sees him pick that up, he's decided to back off for the moment. Xanxus, not satisfied with that, is going to keep up the chase. So what are some predictions? Give me some early hot takes on this.
Well, I think we're gonna see some hanging, and will Xanxus be ready for it? I don't know. We've seen him break out his own enviros a little bit. Hints of things like lunar force and irregular rhythm.
I'm gonna have to go with this over here.
Oh, nice fang of tree there.
I actually, you might be a little ahead of me. My
Yikes.
quality all of a sudden went way down. Yeah, give me a second. I'm at 305, 306, 307. And we do see a very dirty fang of tree right there, but he does have the 2 healing waters. Gonna easily recover from that. Oh, he gets smacked by a flame sword. Really strong start for Esper at 321, 23, 24. Just to try and help us sync up.
I think we're in sync now.
Yeah, my quality all of a sudden just went straight down the toilet, and I had to reload the video.
I know Esper is really tricky when he gets on these little platforms here with his sword face.
I'm at 41, 42, 43, 44. Catches the ice sword there. I had to reload it one last time to get back to 1080.
Great, I'm at 54, 55.
Yes. I've won the
59, 4, 1, 2, 3,
This is how I'm counting my
4.
wins.
Yeah, Esper's actually done a lot of damage so far. He's done almost 15 damage. He's busted through 2 healing waters and yet to take a hit himself. Doing quite nicely so far. And he's going to smack right into that guard of water, but he does get him to fall.
Don't let me get in your head, Xanxus.
Yeah, Xanxus at this point, you know, he's burned through a lot of those healing waters. May not want to use his Judge of Ares and fire quite the way he would. He's already taken so much damage. Off to a rough start on here on City. It's noted that in this, it would have been pick for Esper, so Esper has chosen to start on City. And so Xanxus will choose the direction after.
Yeah, even though Esper's got a relatively open area, the Fire of Gehenna, it's pretty costly at this point.
Well, yeah, and like he could judge a Varys and then start throwing the fires. He's still got some cover there. And he's just already down so much in health, it becomes a very risky tactic. If he were to judge Varys from up there and then start
Am I
throwing the
lagging
Fire
on the
Gehenna,
stream?
No, you're fine.
especially now that it would take 3 shields. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Esper is immediately going to hide behind some of those signs. And we know he still has... No, I think he already lost the Ice Sword and the Flame Sword.
Oh, no, so
now
I don't
you
want that. I don't want that.
Esper's playing
Ooh.
it smart.
A nice Flame Sword. I don't know... It looks like they're experiencing lag in-game is what I'm seeing. Ooh, Xanxus is going to take a tumble on another 3 damage. Cannot afford too much of that. Not too much more.
Leah, sit down, please.
How about Esper? Has he been using any healing waters yet? Or you
We
think
haven't
he's
seen
got
him use any, but we do see Xanxus immediately overwrite that Fire Gehenna, no longer interested in using that. Esper throws out a reincarnation and is breaking some of the trash up here, looking to get some cheeky damage on his Xanxus for the finish. Actually overwrites the Muramasa too. I would have thought he would want to keep that as an ace.
Yeah. Better than an empty slot.
Oh, what timing there. Oh my goodness, Xanxus is killing himself here on City. I think that's the 4th time he's fallen off.
Yeah, he's had some unfortunate cartwheels.
Oh goodness. So close to dying right there.
So you think he's got a healing water on Esper?
No. Well,
yellow?
Esper may have one, but
Yeah.
Xanxus is
Yeah.
down to his final set of tools here.
What's the clock say? I can't see it on my screen.
3 minutes.
3 minutes, okay. So if I
Esper's
stay
playing a
for 3
patient
minutes-
game. He knows he's got
If you
basically
stand for
3 minutes
it
to
gets a
still
draw.
get a finishing shot in. So I
Too
think
hard.
I would try and double re-in at this
Yeah, I
point.
turned my
I mean, I would want to move into the melee and just see if you could either hit the counter or, you know, bait him into knocking himself off once more.
Oh no!
That would honestly be
Yeah.
my play right now.
Depending on the range and where he's gonna have him in a shot, yeah.
I would almost just chance jumping off whenever Xanxus was hovering his
It's
base.
your fault. If you wouldn't have taken all my defenses. I was waiting for that Judge Berries too, because I saw it on your game clip with Mesahita.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Xanxus
talking about
is
how
trying
they've
to-
You finished
been
him with
watching
the
each other's
reincarnation and
arsenals.
the flame sword.
Yeah, I did.
Now, I've had some interesting takes coming into this because I actually scrimmed both of these guys fairly extensively leading up to this. They both wanted some practice before they had their match against each other. And both of them were fairly nervous about the other. It was kind of interesting. And I was using some of the arsenals. Like, they would have me build arsenals that their opponent was using. So, like, for example, when I played Esper, he'd have me play a Xanxus arsenal that he was familiar with and vice versa. And, yeah, both of them just kind of came into this. It seemed a little nervous. And Xanxus was really worried, like you said, about the hanging. That whenever he used to scrim Esper, that was when he lost most, was whenever Esper hung on him.
Yeah, and I actually played Esper before this match with an arsenal that would be something like Xanxus would use, and I tried to do my best impression of Xanxus.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because they both were worried about it with each other, and leading up to it, at least with me, they didn't have the best records against each other's type of arsenals either.
I did get a few wins, so there's definitely nervousness, I guess, on both sides right now.
Yeah,
And I'm guessing Esper does not have a healing water there.
You know, it's worth pointing out Xanxus is like closed this gap. Esper's been kind of just trolling over here on the boxes, and Xanxus refuses to get into range. And every time Esper messes around, he gets hit with a reincarnation. My video seems to be buffering. Apologize for making a long video taking longer. It's 10, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can try and sync up with me again. Oh, goodness,
Right.
it's buffering again. What
Oh boy.
is with my internet tonight? Making this difficult.
What's your time? 10 what?
It's buffering a sec. Let me, 18 after. I'll see if I can put it down to 720 if that helps. 20, 21, 22. Oh, Esper is going to get the counter right there with the ice sword.
Oh man.
I'm running a speed test right now on my other monitor. I'm getting really good speeds. I don't know why it's
I
doing
can
this.
hear her too.
What's your seconds?
She's on your team.
I'm going to put it back up to 1080 since I seem to be getting good speeds. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50,
She
51.
doesn't understand.
No, man. Everybody.
So let's see, what map are we on now? So it seems Xanxus has chosen the reverse direction, panorama. Do you think this favors him or works against him?
When I was talking to Esper, he was talking about stages, and the first question he asked me was, "How do I avoid highway?" So I guess I don't know. Panorama has a lot of hanging. That's easy to do, but maybe that highway will not be something Esper wants to play at.
See, Esper already going for a hang. Oh, it hit the ceiling. What a tragedy. So he's got... is that...
seconds?
That's for a sanctuary that he has down.
Oh, that's gonna stop a lot of power moves. What seconds are we at?
Let's see. 12 minutes. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I'm good.
Xanxus is looking to move in with the shatter now. It looks almost like he was expecting the
Reduce entropy.
yeah, built for the reduced entropy, but it's actually for a sanctuary. I mean, the shatter deck will work against both of those. He just has to wait for the tiger strength to wear off, and then he can use his psycho knife.
Yeah.
Power shell will block anything that goes down, so he's not in a bad spot.
Yeah, right now he's got that capsule advantage by quite a bit. 6 more caps.
He goes ahead and he's going to overwrite Tiger Strength there, which is virtually useless at this point. He's going to pick himself up a little bit more aura. Oh, I need
I'm
to
guessing he wants to find an eliminate, but
I don't think he has an eliminate in this deck. When I played against it, I think it's just Psycho Kai.
he just wants to go with a strong offense against an entropy opponent.
Yeah. That
Ebony's
speed
strong
up will help
face
him to get some of these
is
shatters
the
off if he
weirdest
wants to go
fucking
through and
team of all time.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, and Ebony hung memory lapse in the palace where that tree is. If you break the bridges off, you can't get to it.
Mm-hmm.
He hung it.
I noticed
3
this with
times
Esper.
and
Sometimes
hung
he'll put his hang environment mental out, but he'll be very patient about using up his skills to go after someone.
Surprised Xanxus hasn't really tried anything yet. Maybe he's still looking for a skill. Maybe he wants a sensor mine to try and zone him off of his base while he does the popping.
Or I guess he could be afraid of the freeze. He doesn't have any mix-up option outside of changing lock on or off or not.
Get me nowhere.
That's the power of Forest Sanctuary. The Glacial Wall just becomes king. One Glacial Wall presents a lot of problems.
So far, he's
feel like you were expecting
let
something
about
else, like
3 minutes and 3.5 minutes go by,
might have,
and
been hoping for a reduced
Esper's
entropy.
not picked up in a while. So he
I'm
might
not
be able
really
to stall
waiting
out
something. I'm
Esper
just
if
waiting
he
for one skill.
just does the same thing still.
Yeah, he's honestly dug pretty deep, and I'm sure Esper like has some capsule pops in here. That's got to be part of a Forest Sanctuary plan.
Definitely.
Gets frozen again. So he did do a lot of Esper's work for him right there, digging so deep.
The question is, when will Esper get his diabolical trick?
Well, you can run Violent Change with it too.
True. But he's gonna need quite a bit of that.
So there's a full bench he could go and pop his way through at this point too, if he can get the shatter off.
Oh, he's out aurored all of those glacial walls. So there is a method to Esper, Xanxus's pickups.
There we go. Okay, now go pop another. The more capsules he gets, the more likely he is to get the diabolical trick so that Esper cannot... Oh, Esper gets off a nasty little Violent Change there. But if he manages
That's
to
very
get
odd. It didn't get rid of his aura particle.
I think he cast it just before it spawned. Iron Skin would be a good pickup there. If he can catch that Ice Sword, and it'll continue to block the reincarnation too. Faked out there. Gonna get frozen this time. Both now at even health, 14. It's a very patient game.
Oh.
If you thought City was patient, that's what he was looking for all this time. It's a little bit late now.
Yeah.
I think
But
Esper has an orb on as well. And clearly he wants
he could
to get
try
him...
and test it by doing a crush, but
I think he
hasn't
wants to
done
wait
it.
for Esper to try and double re-in again.
Oh yeah, that could work.
Yeah, this came out all backwards.
Oh, he overrode it.
Yeah.
Won't
I
have a
think,
chance.
He's noting that it kind of came out backwards. If he'd gotten the crush earlier and still had the Tiger Strength, if he was able to pop
I
the
think I did the
Enviro
right
and then
thing.
start hitting some of those
Hopefully you didn't take
Tiger
that
Strength, Psycho Knife,
get
Hyper
to
Kick,
see
stuff like that, he would have been in a much better spot because he could have broken the Glacial Wall. But he got the crush very late.
Esper's had a lot of solid blocking with his glacial wall there. Sometimes you can slip through those things.
I'm going to guess this comes out to a draw unless Esper is able to find a diabolical trick and pop those last couple of capsules. Or if Xanxus just lets himself get hit by the Flame Sword. A couple more times. Xanxus is taking a lot of extra damage playing this needlessly careless. Excuse me. After the operation I recently had, it's hard for me to swallow anything.
You know what's funny is now I know why this deck didn't come out the way I want.
Did you get everything in reverse order?
No, I didn't even pick the right arsenal.
So Esper's playing the patient game. He's got 2 minutes left. Is he gonna come up with a pop-out option or not? He's got, what, 7 skills left? Maybe
Well-
he knows that a diabolical trick was erased.
I was waiting for one skill.
It was a very slow and steady series. Xanxus just said he accidentally used the wrong arsenal, which I find entertaining. He said he had one very similar to this that he meant to use. That had a few skills that were a little bit more suited to this. Point being, though, this is a very slow series, but it's still more exciting than an Ebony Scarface series. I just want to point that out.
I don't know. I always love watching the Ebony Scarface matches because I'm like, will he win or will this person figure out how to beat this? And most of the time it has worked out in Ebony's favor.
Oh, man. I cannot wait for the finals. Kill me. So he's got a minute left to deal 2 more hits to Xanxus. Xanxus has taken a lot more damage than he needs to. He could easily have pushed for the draw, and he still can. Basically just has to keep running away. Xanxus, please turn on nameplates so that way you can see him through the walls where he is.
Well, at least his +2 speed will enable him to comfortably keep Esper away, I think.
This is true. Esper's gone and burned through all the way down to 3 capsules now. It would be interesting to see if he has some poppable things there. I see at least one aura particle on his bench. So Xanxus can't pop him out. And he also wouldn't have had time to. But it looks like game 2 is going to be a draw.
So does that mean we move to the next one?
It does.
So now we are on to Highway, the map that you said he wanted to avoid. If he had to play here, did he tell you what he was thinking of doing?
No. When we practiced, we mostly played Palace. And I'm like, you have to play the other stages too. And so we played some matches on City and Refinery. But no, I'm not sure what he's going to do on Highway.
Looks like Xanxus is thinking about reduce entropy himself.
It's called Jump, the Arsenal. But where's the jump in it?
Maybe it means he would have to switch to a jumper.
Oh, you think he's going to go for that? That'd be interesting.
I mean, he did play the beginning of the last tag tournament as a female jumper. And I know he knows some special hanging spots on Highway.
Yeah.
I'll have to see. It looks like he's sticking with it. He hasn't switched to a jumper, though.
Well, there's a lot of places he can hang, though, on Highway.
You can still hang as a cartwheeler here fairly effectively. Lunar Force already put down, so Xanxus is first going to have to retrieve that. And a Heat already onto Esper as well.
What's interesting, this reminds me of a Doom Reborn Guinan match. Doom put out a Lunar Force right in the beginning, but I don't think he hung it. I don't think Esper did either, so... And Guinan managed to take advantage of that.
It's not
be
hung.
interesting to see if Xanxus can.
It's a place where it's hard for him to get to, but yes, he is able to get it.
I just buffered.
Let me know when you're ready.
Alright, what time are you at?
35, 36, 37, 38, 39.
Okay, good.
Apologize to the viewers. Not sure why it's being so difficult today.
Well, he got rid of Esper's Enviro, but now he's got to safely get his own out.
Yeah, and not sure where he's intending to place it. What he's hoping to do with it.
Maybe the breakable floor, but he's lacking a projectile right now to do that.
I mean, he could do one of those drop downs. off of the upper highway. Looks like he is going to go for the rapid cannon hang now.
Going to be able to hang it enough. But Esper's got some pretty good moves for it still.
I don't know if that's out far enough. That may be retrievable.
Very new.
Just might be.
Oh, he's taken so much damage from that reincarnation that he, again, doesn't have to. Seeing Xanxus in this match taking a lot more damage than he has to in almost all 3 games. Playing way too fast and loose, in my opinion.
I think because Esper's shieldless, you kind of feel like with that entropy out, you can hit him up, but
Sit down,
reincarnation's a pretty good answer to it.
Well, at this point, he's got to get through another 13 capsules of Esper, because we saw a heavy emphasis on the Shatter and Eliminate in this deck. But he's going to have to do that through that 4 damage reincarnation. He can only get hit once. Once more this whole match. And Esper's not going to lose that. He's going to be able to continue to use that reincarnation as long as he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Psycho Knife is almost the better play. He needs to see whether or not Esper is able to use the shield he currently has. Now's the time to go pop. He just, well... He gave him a little bit of room. Yep, there's the Glacial Wall. So he is in big trouble now. Glacial Wall and a +1 damage reincarnation when you're already this far down in health is immensely better than the Psycho Knife and Laser Shell. One.
Oh, a nice eliminate shatter there.
2. Oh, just got greedy on taking the 3rd capsule there.
Yeah, he might have had an opportunity to cartwheel that even, but it was just too soon. Wow, he's really pushing it now.
He didn't even get the capsule, which was sad. Looks like Esper actually overused the reincarnation. He might be out. If that's his only rein, he might be out. Because he's only got 1 attack in hand. He's got 2 now.
I'm guessing he's got an ice sword, though.
Could be an ice sword. He did use 1 earlier. Xanxus just wasted so much health early on, he can't afford at this point to find out what that attack is. He had a window there to pop a capsule and didn't do so.
Wonder if Esper jumped off because he thought maybe he could catch Xanxus off guard with the respawn. He might. I don't know. Can he do a lot with the sensor mine? Maybe. Then again, he could glacial wall. That would be a. It's not in a good position to make a safe move. I don't know about you, but when I'm in a situation like this, I'd much rather be the aggressor than the person that's got to block it every time.
Yeah.
You just get that one fake out and it's over.
Xanxus, he played that early really sloppy, taking just way more damage than was necessary in that early flirt and taking extra damage while hanging the environmental, he's just put himself in a really tough position. It's probably an ice sword. He's probably got only one shot, but if he doesn't play it properly, he's not going to be able to pop the capsules. Anything at this point kills him.
So, Bregan, do you know how long it takes for the sudden death clock to activate yet?
I still haven't played around with it as much as I want to. I've noticed that it also hinges on capsules being picked up.
Yeah. So what is it? Damage and
There it
capsule
goes right
pickups?
there. Yeah, damage and capsule pickups. It just went down.
Well, Xanxus is not going to let Esper get this tie for free.
Needs to try and fight him there on the capsules, where he's worried about overriding the glacial wall.
I wonder if Esper is pulling a shadow.
Okay, so there goes the lightning
He's got
sword.
a real move.
Well, that was it, though. He can only use it once.
Yeah.
You got to pop now. What are you doing? You got to pop now. Well,
30
any chance he
seconds
had of
is
winning.
Just not enough. No.
Yeah, he
Not
let that
enough.
clock go into emergency countdown.
I know it would.
I guess that's why Esper went for that last lightning sword. Now or never.
I see that a lot with car wheelers too. They get at the very edge and they manage to stop.
I stopped. I turned around completely. I'm
So
like,
that'll be our
Apologize to the
second
folks.
tie in a row.
"Way."
This 1v1 tournament is really chilling up.
Wasn't expecting the entry.
No, I wasn't. That was the arsenal I was
Yeah,
supposed to use from
it's harder to deal with an Enviro and one-on-one
But
versus
I
tag
usually
even. Like,
Yeah, because I was waiting for.
I feel like it was a good setup. He just wasted way too much health there at the beginning, and if he hadn't done so, he could have gone for the pop out and had it done and over with.
yeah. But when you see someone with no shields and they're a jumper, it's easy to jump ahead and be like, I'm gonna just beat this guy up now, and Esper
You
managed
just got to
to.
remember, he had a 4 damage reincarnation. He can just hit that bull rush on you, whenever you try to swing in with the sword. If he times it right, he can react and hit you with the rein pretty
Yeah.
reliably.
Turd. Got arsenals with the same name as Guinan's now.
Oh, Guinan ripped that arsenal off as Xanxus.
Yeah, it's not really original anyway. Anyone can call their Turs. I like to go for Tur before it though.
So did he settle on Tur? I wasn't watching which one he finally settled on.
Ones I could borrow.
The audience knows.
At the moment.
It is a nature faith, so we know that much. Lightning Sword Reincarnation is right up Xanxus's alley. That's where he likes to be. Misses the Lightning Sword there, but with the jumper above him on the stairs, there was a very low chance he was going to hit that.
Yeah, I get the feeling Esper can't use his shield right now. So why did he leave the bottom slot open? Is that something Xanxus does? Does he have like a button assigned to his R1 button or something?
I don't know.
So he has a habit of picking that up, but it helps his manual aim? I'm not sure about that. Oh, we've got the Enviro already, but I don't think he can afford it.
So he's going to take some damage there. And he's looking to potentially go hang it on the bridge.
I don't know, Unison,
Xanxus is going to
Lunar
break
Force.
the easy hangs.
Oh, Forest Sanctuary is a possibility.
It is the Forest Sanctuary. Good call. He's going to lay it down there just to try and give himself some breathing room, but it's not really going to help him out. Oh, that manual aim hit like 9 years later.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Xanxus is tearing him up off of this bad aura start. Absolutely dominating so far. Esper unable to get anywhere near where he can hang it. And just no aura against the reincarnation and the lightning sword. It's got to be really problematic for him. He's going to eat one more reincarnation, and he's down to one shot. He actually manages to fire back.
Oh.
Does hit another one. Xanxus misses the lightning sword. That reincarnation is dodged. Pole will block that one. Xanxus eating more damage on the stairs there. Very nice comeback here from Esper. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Has to stay away from the falling sign there. And that lightning sword, I swear, it just swept right through him.
Yeah, that pole will just absorb the front of anything. If you touch it, it'll go right through. And, you know, photon burst explosion, it'll protect you from it. It's just the way it blocks stuff for you.
Oh, that manual aim reincarnation, not quite enough. Xanxus at this point just looking to land that last hit.
Oh, I thought that was going to be it.
Oh, the rein hits the wall. Oh, there it goes, wrapping around the back of the escalator. And I forgot, who won game one? Was that Esper?
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah, he did with that ice sword at the end. And so now it's 1-1 with 2 ties. Goodness, after the 2 ties, I couldn't even remember who won game one. So we are in for a long one. About halfway through the series.
There's no reliable hanging opportunities on sign, so I wonder if Esper will even consider it on this stage.
I do believe if you have levitate, there's one spot you can hang it that you can't get to.
Even like with an airlift and like shooting a projectile in the air to like space you along with it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Might
sure
be
there's
right.
one pillar that you can't reach with the jump lifts even. I don't remember which one it is. I'd have to memorize it, but I'm pretty sure it's doable, but you would have to have levitate. Early turbulence in hand. He's going to move in with the ice sword and the heat on. See if he can get some early damage and slow down Esper's arsenal draw here. Actually manages to eat an ice sword off of Esper. He's going to take more damage falling off.
Unfortunate.
The game just started.
It was premeditated.
Not his best showing. Goodness. Heat already used by Esper.
I got overthrew last
Xanxus was unable to hit the turbulence before that was used. May pick up the vacuum wall. See a high chance of him just overriding the turbulence here in a minute. Good cartwheel. Keeps himself away after the sword fake. That one he does not get away from. The great hit by Esper as he tries to keep the pressure on after catching the freeze. Xanxus is finally firing back. Oh, that one hits as well.
Oh, what happened right there?
It's off of blazing now. He's got less mix-up opportunities.
Esper manages to dodge that one. Good block by his Xanxus there. Takes away the flame sword, takes away the blazing.
Oh, now you want to
take
use
the
that
lightning
turb.
speed. There we go. Hang on to it. A good call. Getting rid of that lightning speed is going to be a big deal.
You're like the Flash.
Looking for some more offensive options. So far, he's only drawn the ice sword. I'm sure he's got several more attacks in here, but we've yet to see him draw any.
Yeah, wonder what the homing he's going for here.
Actually got a gravity press. Not sure I like it. Ooh, he actually,
Oh, great cartwheel.
yeah.
He's been doing a lot of good defense this match. A little
Yeah, after
shaky
that
in the beginning,
initial
but
problem he had.
oh man,
Yeah,
that is
Esper's
definitely
lucky
one
on
time I
that
would
one.
have wanted to use that gravity press.
Oh my goodness, how did he jump
Oh.
that in a nice vacuum slash and a pursuit
That was amazing.
for the
Ouch.
win?
That was like
Esper
crazy.
turning
That's
what
an
looks like a terrible situation into a fantastic counter. Flawless sword jump into the vacuum slash pursuit.
Save Xanxus.
That one's going on the highlight reel right there.
Those are good games.
Absolutely fantastic.
That's an infuriating loss if I was Xanxus right now.
That's a 2-1 lead for Esper now. Oh, that was gorgeous.
Big damage. That was like 12 damage there. I didn't think it was going to end that fast there.
Well, that whole hand was just really interesting. The Dragon Slayer Twister, Vacuum Slash, and Pursuit. If he'd managed to land the Dragon Slayer, hit the Twister, that's 6 damage, plus the Pursuit would have left Xanxus at 2. So it wouldn't have been quite enough to kill, but if he'd landed that, that would have also been huge on its own, but able to
He
land
hasn't. He's
the
been
Vacuum
working
Slash
on
Pursuit
it,
afterwards.
so-
Oh, okay.
Fantastic.
He's usually on late night with the rest of us.
Dude, like, you guys be on, like, at 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, man, these guys are fucking...
So we're on
Like,
lane
oh,
now.
At that time of night, I'm asleep.
This has always been kind of a Xanxus favored map. Is that what you'd say for this game right here? Would you favor Xanxus coming in? Or do you think he's shaking?
I think he is a little shaken. It'll be interesting to see. Okay.
Lunar Force down for the Rock Shot and the Flame Sword.
I think he'll be okay.
Eats a Flame Sword when he's got a Fortress and a Flame Sword of his own. Xanxus' melee game has not been as good as I'm used to seeing it. He's actually going to drop the Cluster Bomb.
A little too far. Perfect timing, though.
That Rock Shot and that Flame Sword are going to start to hurt a lot with that Lunar Force down. The Rock
Sure,
Shot's
after the-
perfect for fighting in the lists right now, too.
Yeah. Sure, after all the other Enviros, he was relieved to see it's just Lunar Force.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy for a jumper to lay a nasty Enviro for a cartwheeler here on lane. I'm honestly surprised Esper didn't. He is going to catch the 5 damage from his own Flame Sword there. Esper tries to fake it out there, and he does manage to dodge one, but it's not good enough.
And not when you got all this aura.
Sacrifices the Fortress in order to make that Rock Shot that much more dangerous. I think people underestimate just how much a +2 acquisition does for Rock Shot.
Yeah.
Becomes an exceptionally more dangerous skill. It's a good skill on its own, but it becomes that much more dangerous just with +2 on. And Xanxus is just dumping damage this game. One Rock Shot could go right over that Glacial Wall and end the game. Esper knows it, and he's hiding from it. He could break the Glacial Wall quite easily now, too. Xanxus was being pretty careful, unsure about what defenses Esper had. Oh, there it goes. He's going to break it right there. With that drop down, Esper was forced to block or die. He's already got another shield in hand, though. Vacuum Wall, but he breaks that one, too. Rockshot putting in work, breaking through 2 shields. Creating a lot of angles that have given him good advantage points to attack from as well. Just blocking some reincarnations right now with that Psycho Shell. Esper's also used to heat now, so he'll be at +2 damage. That reincarnation and ice sword, I believe we also saw a flame sword, also going to be hitting that much harder if he's able to connect. Oh, he manages to break it, and he catches the backswing.
Oh.
That Fang of Tree done so close. If he had decided to dodge instead of block, could have been a very different story. He's got the gravity press again. Seems to be the choice. Looks like
He wants to
yeah, it looks like he
catch
wants
a
to win
greedy
another
drop.
shield. Don't do it. Just leave it up. Does it at kind of an awkward range, honestly. I'm surprised he did that. I guess he has to hit Esper twice no matter what with Flame Sword.
Yeah, his glacial wall will stay alive too, though.
That makes sense. Esper can't break through it right now. Not willing to show what he has yet. Now he's got the railgun, he's a little bit more confident moving in. If he can catch Esper in the open throwing that reincarnation, he can end the game right then and there.
Oh, yeah. I was expecting a manual aim, but that a good counter shot could do it too.
All he has to do is wait for Esper to throw it in a spot where he is in the open.
And I'm not sure Esper's going to expect it at this point.
Esper's playing it super safe. Move in and get this job done, I say. Got the glacial wall. You know, the gauntlet's on you, Xanxus, to make the move here.
Could be it.
Does manage to get one. That much closer. One more flame sword.
Gives away what he's got.
Yeah, the railgun's not super well timed there for the lift. Esper playing with fire, waiting to see if he gets hit by a manual aim railgun.
Esper's being a jumper, he's got more evasive options, but Xanxus has done a pretty good job pursuing him here.
Xanxus is going to drop the ice sword for the lightning sword. That'll be good. He doesn't really need to worry about freezing him anymore. The lightning sword will also be another one shot, but the fact that it costs only 2 aura is a big deal for him. If he gets caught in a fight where he uses a flame sword or something and he's at low enough aura that Esper thinks he's safe, the lightning sword costs a little bit less and he might be able to catch him off guard with that. Manages to hit the glacial wall, but he's nowhere near him, so he's not really able to take advantage of it this time.
Get the feeling Esper wants to stall out now.
And Xanxus
Oh,
really can't get
wow.
over to that building. Cartwheelers have a hard time getting to that building. And as soon as he gets into position where he would get to it, Esper's just going to take off and run. Using the terrain to his advantage could draw this into another draw. Despite Xanxus clearly having the pressure advantage this game, all Esper has to do is just stay out of that melee range.
He's in his safe space. No, no, no. Oh, wow.
Goodness, playing with fire right there. If Xanxus had hit the defense on that instead of a cartwheel, might have been able to counter and get the kill. With 15 seconds left, I'd say it's over and it's a draw. I don't think he catches him again. Especially now with Esper standing up there now. So that will be game 5, 6. What are we? I don't know what number we're on.
Started on City, so
That was game 5. This is game 6 then. So it's still a 2-1 lead for Esper. That's no, I guess that was game 6. This is game 7. Still a 2-1 lead with 3 ties. See what Xanxus decides to rely on here. We know this is an arsenal he's enjoyed in the past. A lot of close quarters. It's going to go with the Turbulence deck once again. No. Changes up once more. It's going to go with that Close Combat deck. Tiger Strength and Heat with all the melee combos. So is Xanxus going to take us to a game 8, or do you think it ends here?
Well, who knows? We've had so many ties already. He doesn't even have to take the match.
That's true.
What has the Esper trend been here? Has he done a whole lot of jank? I know he ran Reduce Entropy on me here, but it didn't work out for him. So I don't know if he wants to repeat that strategy. Someone else.
Could be. It's a very easy place to hang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have shared it if I had one.
Alright. In that case, I take that back.
This guy's still bantering a bit.
Both is horrible.
Damn, I know, man.
Neither player very happy about their aura draw right now. However, Xanxus could move in and really do some damage with the Tiger Strength, Lightning, and Ice.
Record it and then they take the audio out.
No, they record it, but their audio isn't set up for it. That's the issue.
Oh, okay.
It's actually going to drop the Ice Sword, too.
Yours different than theirs.
It is. I've got it set up a little different. So it takes
Not willing to pick up the Hyper Kick just yet. He wants to see what the next 2 capsules are, see if he can get a little bit more aura so he can move in and hit that much harder. He's actually going to pick up the Backdraft Bullet.
Huh.
Interesting call. Could
Well,
be
if he
very
gets a
good,
hit.
but he's got to land that first Lightning Sword if he wants it to be worth it.
And at this point, Esper could use a Fortress of Iron if he has it. Had that lower aura before.
I feel like whatever
He has less erase options possible.
He's going to block that nicely with the Fortress. Fire Gehenna unable to bust through that as of right now. So 2 health down for Esper early. He's probably not going to look to use that very many more times, knowing the shield Xanxus has. Whoops. I accidentally paused my video for half a second.
Do you want to meet up, or you want me to see what second I'm at?
If you just pause and unpause really quickly, it'll probably do it.
Okay.
I'm just watching Esper jump around on the little railway there, hoping to bait Xanxus into showing his moves. Xanxus is playing this very slow and patient, but if they do this for too long, Daddy Emergency Clock is going to come in. He's already not happy with these guys and their passive play. You don't want to make him angry.
The Brago clock.
It's Brago Clock, and he brought a belt. It's time to learn you, boy.
Do you think Esper is just gonna... His aim here is to go for the stole, or is it to just get Xanxus completely off him?
Hey, he's got Xanxus on full tilt at this point, to be completely honest.
Yeah. Are you calculating everything right now?
I am, man.
Xanxus is just about had enough of this matchup. Although I'd say that almost as much of it has been his own fault.
Really? The timer went out, like, because you didn't do anything this whole time.
I didn't even realize that.
Oh, he finally breaks through the glacial wall. He's going to stay away from that ice sword for now.
I didn't realize I
Yeah,
made
he makes
You
it count.
basically just
Doesn't
stay
pay
away from
anything
the whole
for it,
match.
really.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Finally
That-
hits his
that-
lightning sword, but he's not going to hit
20
the backdraft
seconds
bullet.
left. Only 20 seconds.
In like 18 seconds? No.
Daddy Countdown Clock is unamused.
He broke a shield, but he didn't do damage soon
Yeah,
enough.
there's no way he closes enough in time to even do the damage.
Oh man. If
So
he like
that
kicked
is-
him and fell, that backdraft might have finished him, but
This is not fun.
This is our
Too bad for
fourth
Bregan.
draw,
Indie game, dude.
and
We literally-
almost
we literally
completely
did a whole
Xanxus'
rotation
fault as
back
much
and
as it is Esper's.
In my defense.
There's no defense. There's no defense, dude. You literally.
looks like we're going for
stood up there.
lasers and
I'm
blasters,
not.
and
How am I intimidating?
You scared me, bro.
Xanxus just wants to shoot up Esper at this point, I'm guessing.
I just want to eat
After
something.
the close range distance game we
Please
had
don't
there.
make this a like 3-circle
But-
round.
So we're going to be going back to City.
I feel like if I start.
We've come full circle. This is,
That's my
for all you
All right.
excited Phantom Dust viewers, if you're still alive,
To Midnight City.
a match where there was a definitive winner. It came down to like the last 10 seconds, but Esper did win City
I sat there and
previously.
saw it.
So
We weren't
this
doing
is a map they did not tie on.
So
Chances are they don't tie again.
I guess I have
Yep.
no
Yeah?
no damage.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I think Xanxus is going for aggression. but
And we
if
see an
he's-
environmental out of Esper, and he's jumping up on that sign already. Oh, goodness.
If he made the wrong call against that enviro, just Lunar
Esper
Force.
couldn't get on the other side, and so he jumps up there. Oh, he's
Xanxus
already got
breathes a sigh of
stimulate.
relief.
Yeah, and he's got to stimulate with vibration.
Are
we going to game 9? Xanxus is going to win, and we're going to go to game 9. That's what's going to happen. I'm so happy for game 9. Didn't you know?
Hey, you know,
Also, that's not the best place to be. I guess, yeah, manual aim some trash, but I would have just gone to that other base and started shooting some vibration lasers. Milk truck's not the best place to dish the damage from. Oh, but he
great.
does hit a 9 damage vibration blaster. And Esper's pain is delicious right now.
Yeah, I mean, one solid manual shot will hit Esper, even if he's behind that little
That's a
rectangle.
It's a 10 damage photon burst if he waits for it. Oh my goodness, is Esper gonna come up? Oh, he's gonna eat it right
It
on the
doesn't
dome!
matter.
Oh my goodness. And why didn't he shoot him again? Why didn't he shoot him again? He was right below him.
He was in manual aim mode, so...
I did, but you could have photon bursted right there. Xanxus! Xanxus, what are you doing? Photon burst! There you go! Oh my goodness! And we're going to game 9!
No testing the move there, Esper, this time.
Series is the worst thing to happen to Phantom Dust since Ebony Scarface.
That was my second win.
Hey, come on. That was 28 damage Esper took that match. You should be thrilled. Wait,
That
that's
might
right,
be
right?
more damage than he's taken in the entire rest of this series. If we're being honest right now, I think he took more damage there than he did the whole rest of the series.
But let's play one more game until the.
He took a lot of damage on lane, right?
I'll rewatch everything. But
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be a close amount of damage he took.
Well, we're gonna go back to Panorama.
Oh, dude.
We are
I'm
2,
like,
2, and
I'm
4.
like, why is he so like, no, that's the best
1830. What
time.
is
Like, we
this?
still got one more round.
Game point for anyone at this point. Anybody who wins a match, we are finally through.
Panorama.
Fib, he's going for vibration again, huh?
You better not go for vibration on Panorama.
Is he gonna pick the arsenal he wanted for Panorama this time?
Well,
you
last
said
time
that,
he
right?
used the interference one. That's what he used before.
But he said he didn't want to have used it, like he accidentally picked it, or...
Yeah. He's going with a
I mean, besides the draw.
ground laser ricochet trance arsenal, it looks like.
No, they weren't. They were just standing around.
Xanxus just really wants to kill Esper at this point, I think.
Calculating every different
Well,
possible
Brago
situation.
Clock showed up, and he was not satisfied on Refinery. And you've got a perfect example there, because you can see exactly when they stop hitting each other and pick things up. You could use this video, if you can pass your PTSD and go rewatch it. You could estimate for me how long it takes for the emergency clock. Because I have determined that it also involves picking up capsules. If you pick up a capsule or pop a capsule, it resets the clock. I have
Yeah,
determined that much.
otherwise violent change people would be in trouble.
Looks like he changed again last minute. He's going for that combo deck that he used on Refinery. Seeing the crawlers out of Esper, it's unlikely he has a dirty environmental that he wants to lay. He does have
Yeah.
some crawlers that he wants to give to the Shield of Xanxus in this open room, though. Xanxus is just not getting the starts he wants for this arsenal. Actually overwrites a heat of all things. He's going to hold on to the return to nature rather than a heat.
Well, he doesn't want like a reduced entropy to mess up his plans.
No, he gets hit by it.
Oh.
He didn't see the second one coming.
Yeah, I thought that was crawlers myself. I don't know what his brain was thinking. But yeah.
Esper relying heavily on crawlers and Willow here.
He's got good spawn position to do it. But Glacial should be pretty good for now.
Can finally use his heat. Xanx's aura troubles are over.
Ooh, finally got
That green on Esper, is he going to be able to break that glacial wall now?
It's a very similar start to what he had on Refinery. Doppelgang coming out now. He's going to move in with the same hand he had on Refinery. And now can Esper spend 3 minutes straight jumping up and down on a platform like he did before?
He's got an offense this time.
He does manage to hit that Venom Fang.
And that Willow's going to break a glacial, so...
Yeah, that Doppelgang comes in clutch right now. Can Xanxus cartwheel his way past the Willow and land the combo? He's got the 2 shields. One of them's gonna be
Ooh.
Aura backflow. Done so well there.
I saw it hit you on your shoulder. I don't know how much that helps.
I didn't even feel like I had time to react. That was just so well timed by Esper there.
Yeah, he got that shield up, but not soon enough.
The key palm or the hyper kick? It's gonna go with the hyper kick versus the jumper. Jumper with 2 shields, mind you. It's gonna be a 5 damage hyper kick, so that'll still break an Angel's Wing if Esper has one. I don't think you have anything you want to overwrite right now, Xanxus. Just need to get in there and play that melee a little bit better.
Oh, well, he's only got 1 shield now. I'd feel a little more comfortable as Xanxus.
If it is the Angel's Wing, you can break through it and then pick up the key palm. It's no big deal. He's playing it very cautious right now.
Yeah, he does not want to take another aura backflow.
So it's a Psycho
Good
Shell.
block. Oh.
Shield breaker into Excalibur. Esper just has his number right now. And with that Psycho Shell and the Excalibur, like, there's really not a lot Xanxus can do.
Yeah. Esper really burned through his skills to
Yeah,
get
use
there.
the key palm and he's just going to hit you right in the face. Esper can basically just afford to play hog wild at this point.
Well, if he can keep that guard water for his
He lays
so much
down
for that guard of water.
a chaos now. Esper with all of the answers and Xanxus with none of the options. Bullet of fire, hyper kick, and there's a railgun.
Railgun.
Esper
Catches
stepping
Xanxus off
up
guard.
is going to take the series 3, 2, and 4. All things said and done. What a grind we just had right there. That's going to be, again, one of our longest series ever. We just had a post about having our longest series of all time the other day, and that one is up there to rival it. Taking the win. Esper kind of known for choking against some of these high-level cartwheelers. We didn't see that this time. What are some of your thoughts on the turnout of this match?
Oh, Esper, he played a good, patient game. Xanxus did have some great dodges. I think Esper really was able to take advantage of his spawn positioning with Xanxus there at the end. Helped put him over the edge.
Well, for those of you who have stuck with us all the way through the video, I'll hold you hostage no longer. Congratulations to Esper taking a win in the semifinals. He will now advance to the finals for an Ebony Scarface versus ESPER51 Troll-Off. Tune in about a week's time, and we will have a good long cast for that one too, I'm sure. Catch you guys next time.